Hey guys, Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So we've been covering Ponke since more or less its inception at this point, and for those of you that got involved when I got involved, you're probably sitting in a decent amount of profit because I myself got involved at around a $5 million market cap. So when it comes down to Solana meme coins, it's really not easy finding gems. There's just so many of them out there, and some of them, yes, are really good. They're doing really good. Some of them you've missed, and some of them are just really hiding and not being found on a global scale. But what we're starting to see is global adoption of Ponke, and we're going to be going over all of the different stats. We're going to be looking at all of the different ins and outs. We'll get some of their recent updates and what is kind of going on in the background in the Telegram groups and the whole mystery behind the what's in the box subject at the moment. So as you can see, there is a lot of Solana meme coins, but we can see that Ponke sitting here at 6th position, just below Book of Meme. And as we can see, Bonk and Dog with Hat up here as the top Solana meme coins. So like I was saying, we're going to go over, and what we're going to do is we're going to quickly check in on some Ponke stats. And what we can see currently is there are around 56.34k holders, and this is a significant jump in recent times. And once again, this isn't a meme coin that's got $1 billion market cap or a $500 million market cap. It's sitting around $215 million, and it's hugely undervalued, but it's starting to seep out in different places across board. And what we're starting to see is more general interest in Ponke. Let's go over to Google Trends and take a look at how many people are actually searching for what Ponke is in comparison to some of the other top Solana meme coins. So what I've got here is Ponke, Dog with Hat, and Book of Meme. We've got it set to worldwide and for the past 90 days. And what we can see is there is a much stronger level of interest in Ponke than there is with things like Dog with Hat or Book of Meme. And these interest over time peak outs, we can actually correlate this to the chart movement, because what we've seen is the peak out of interest in Googling, and then around a week later seeing the price movement going upwards. So this is really good to start being able to correlate all of this data together, and it can point us in the direction of what we really should be moving towards ourselves. As we can see here, peaking out around the 27th of May, and then here once again seeing the interest peak out around the 18th of May, and then we've seen it again recently here on the 19th of July. We've seen the same correlation happen again on that smaller peak out here, seeing a peak out on the interest over time on 18th of July and seeing a peak out on the price around that same time. So we can see that there is a heavy level of interest in Ponke in places like Cyprus, Slovakia, Ireland, Taiwan, and Bangladesh. So this thing isn't 100% accurate. It's not something that you should use and utilize as something to try and get involved in a position, but it's definitely a good way to start to gauge how much interest there is in something that you may already be involved in. So recently we went through a pretty drastic market dip, and this is a really good opportunity for people like myself to scoop up cheap Ponke coins, because where this thing's going is going to be pretty heavy in comparison to where it is now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few Ponke updates and what they've been really doing in the background, who's talking about Ponke, and this idea that it is really going global at this point in time. So we've seen that Travel Swap has posted the news that you can now book your holidays through them with Ponke, and this is a real good step in finding real world utilization for Ponke tokens, because now you can book your holidays with your Ponke gains. And we are in a point moving into this bull run cycle of where things are supposed to just absolutely explode, and previously meme coins have gone nuts, but we're in a market where meme coins have really led a lot of these big pumps, and that's where a lot of the attention seems to be going. So giving people opportunities like this is really good, but it also gives the coin a level of significance, a level of dominance in that sector. So other things that have been going on are people and artists really starting to pick up on Ponke, and what we've seen is an artist who's from the Dominican Republic, and his name is Engel Montas, and he was on the Univision. From my perspective, this is what we want to see, because what we've seen previously is a lot of different artists in the United States simply making their own meme coin and trying to cash grab. Instead, this guy, he's gone on his local broadcast, and what he's speaking about throughout this video is how important and how significant digital currency is going to be in the years ahead. But more importantly, how significant Ponke is and how it's changing the meme coin sector, and the fact that there's a character behind this coin. There is a very convicted and committed community to the idea of where this thing can go. So once again, instead of seeing like a cash grabbing artist getting involved on a level of making their own meme coin, this guy spotted a gem. He's obviously got involved in the gem, and now he's going out and speaking about that gem because he sees the vision of where it is going as well. So this is all really good and well, and that's what we want to see. Now, moving over to something a lot more significant on the buying side of things, what we can see here, and this isn't my post, this is somebody else on Twitter, so shout out to them, but this is a screenshot of around $170,000 worth of buys in that dip. So they've been grabbed at, as we can see here, around that 35 cents to 36 cents range. So this is insane, seeing someone scoop up this many coins during that turmoil. And it really just does go to show that wherever there is fear, there is opportunity, and you should profit on that as much as you can, because this is where you're going to find significant gains, is grabbing in on these things that really haven't bloomed and blossomed yet and have got a lot more to give to the market moving forward. So I'm not one for price predictions, but I really do think Ponke could easily reach a $1 to $2 billion market cap during this bull run, and that's me being, I would say, in a very reserved manner. So moving forward, everybody's talking about the box, what's in the box. Whenever Ponke release anything like this, I start to look a lot deeper into it and I start to digest it, because what we had was a previous photo and they wanted people to solve it, and it more or less told the story about them getting advertising throughout the Euros. So what they've released here is a picture saying what's in the box. So the first thing I thought was, are they metaphorically speaking, or is this a genuine box that they've got? So in this day and age, everything's AI generated. So I went and I checked, and I asked a few different questions to a few different AIs, and they've all come up with the same result, that this image isn't AI generated and that this is a genuine box that they've taken photos of in a photo booth. So this is really interesting. So this to me would lead me to the conclusion that it's not a theoretical box that they're talking about. So what I possibly think this box could be is a merchandise box, and inside the box is maybe a helmet, a hoodie, a t-shirt, maybe some sandals, a towel. I don't know. Maybe their customized merch box where you can buy a certain amount of things and they will go inside the box. It could be that they are metaphorically speaking and they got the box made up specifically for this post, right? And they could be speaking about a Binance listing. And yes, I'm pushing the boat out a little bit here and I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself. But at the same time, it could indeed be a Binance listing. But let me know what you think in the comment section about this box. What do you think's in the box? And aside that, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.